there's somebody asking God because they're confused. This person started acting up about, I don't know, a year or two after you had been together. You guys were living together. And after a while, one day the person just started acting ridiculous. And they started making you angry over and over again. They knew how to push your buttons too because you had been together long enough for them to know how. At least 2 years or more. And you had been living together. And you guys stopped sleeping together, and you stopped whatever kind of intimacy you were having, whether you were sharing all your feelings with each other or whatever, and they started wandering off and not being available, which is really obvious when you live in the same place, right? And you were hurt and you were confused and you didn't see anybody else around them, romantically, but they were always in their phone. And you started feeling like they were talking to somebody else in their phone. And, they were just moving funny and acting different. And their schedule changed, but they couldn't explain completely why and stuff like that. And, well, what it was is that it's not that they were doing so much outside, is that they were trying to make you frustrated so that you would dump them. And they were doing that because they felt like they had used you as much as they wanted to, and they were ready to move on, but they could not say that out loud without sounding like a jerk. And they didn't want you telling other people that that's what they did to you. So, in order to try to preserve their reputation and look good and get rid of you, they did all of that to make you be the one to let them go. And at this point, I think everybody understands when people are doing this. I think in general, the whole playbook of narcissists have gotten exposed. And people are going to have a hard time being horrible to people without other people understanding what they just did there. But a lot of people are fighting like crazy to keep being able to live the way that they've been living, mistreating people seemingly at random, because they don't do that to everyone. They choose their targets, and they choose the people who they think they can get away with doing that to, and who they think they could get other people to attack easily. Okay, and I think what set you off and made you suspicious that this was not a regular breakup was the cruelty. Like the way that they did things, they were saying things that they specifically knew about you, that they knew would hurt you the worst. And they were bringing up things that they knew made you cry or rage before to get you to do that again. And they took in information about what made you leave your former person and did that exact same thing on repeat. It's like watching somebody take a hammer while you're holding something and just keep hitting your hand with that hammer, trying to force you to let it go. And that's what they had been doing to you to try to make you let them go. But they missed something. And that something is you are a source of energy unlike any they have ever met before. And you are the kind of person, like, there's no duplicate for you. Even people who they know who came anywhere near being as close to God as you are, or as spiritually powerful as you are, those people were still not quite just like you, you know? And now that they're away from you, they're unplugged from you, they miss that, and they're acting hovering, they're hoovering, and they're acting strange, and they're acting like they want your attention again, and which is making you go back to God and ask him what happened. But I'm telling you what happened. They deliberately forced your hand in making you let them go by acting a complete fool for an extended amount of time. And you're right to question their wanting to come back now, and you should take it to God.